Yo everybody, what's poppin'? Welcome back to another episode of Blazblue Central Fiction 2 Patch Note Changes. This episode we're talking about My and S. We're gonna start with S. Both of these characters didn't get too many changes, but they got like a nice amount of, or at least S got a nice amount of buffs. My got like a few like changes here and there, but we'll start with S first. So first is her crouch block, increase hurt box upwards. I guess she's really tiny, so some characters, not mine, because mine's 5'8", is really good. But some characters couldn't deal with her, so she's going to be a little bit bigger when she's crouching. Also, her down state increased hurt box upwards. So whenever you knock her down, her hurt box will be a little bit bigger instead of solo to the ground, which might help a few characters here and there. So next, so her S is two-way. She has an increased hitbox inwards. So basically, right now the hitbox is only on like the tip of like the sword. So basically, I'm guessing the entire hilt of the sword will be like a hitbox now, so people can't just like poke through it, kind of thing. It's like a weird thing, but it's a good change. So next, 5C has reduced recovery and reduced upward float on hit. So they say a lot farther down on hit. On airhead at least. Oh no, just on hit. Reduce upward float on hit. Oh yeah, but a lot of times you're comboing it off of like things like that. You're right. My bad. Anyway, 3C increase hitbox and hurtbox upwards. So 3C is just a better button. Right now it doesn't hit very high up. That's not 3C. There we go. So it's a better hitbox and it has a hurtbox upwards, so people will be able to counter poke it a little bit, or not counter poke it, but hit her better, like all of her other buttons. Because right now, any of her like C buttons, she can get hit from like super far away. So they're basically gonna make the hitbox on it better, but you can also get hit for throwing it out more, basically. So you can't just like throw out 3C all willy-nilly. So next, 2D has reduced recovery, which will definitely change some of her combos. On top of that, the OD version of 2D, the second part of the crest activation is not the same as all of her other D moves. Right now, it takes a long time for the crest to come out, but compared to all of her other D moves, they come out really fast. Except for JD, but... So basically, 2D will come out just as fast as all of her other ones that aren't JD. So next, her forward throw has reduced blowback, so they don't go as far away from you on forward throw anymore. It might give you time to like set that up faster. I know some combos involve you getting a charge first, but it's hard to do when you got a micro dash to get the combo going. So next, air projectiles knockback is not the same as grounded projectiles, so it has reduced knockback. So this is knockback of a grounded projectile, this is knockback of an area projectile. So they now have the same amount of knockback, basically. I just like throwing out S projectiles this month. Anyway, moving on. So 214C, this move. It will now hit enemies toward the direction she's facing even when the back part of 214C hits. Sometimes it would hit and then go flying the opposite direction. I've seen that happen against... I can't set it up because I don't know how to set it up in combo or anything, but they always go the same way. They always go forward, basically, so they never will go behind you anymore, which just helps combo consistency. Next, 214A, her muzzle filter command grab. They basically made it universal for all characters, so whenever she lands it, the follow-up time is not the same for every character. So it's not like timing specific based off of which character you did it to, which would make all the follow-ups off of this more consistent. I don't know the proper combo. I'm an NS player. I'm sorry. And so last but not least, her last change, which I think is a really good change, is that this super install super increased effectiveness time, so it doesn't go away as fast anymore. It lasts longer, which is really good because I feel like it goes away like way too fast right now. Personally, I think it should last longer. Might even be better for like pressure and stuff now. I mean, I guess if you're pressuring somebody, it does last for a pretty long time. But like, if you like pop it in neutral and like drop a combo or something, then it just basically goes away immediately, which kind of sucks. Alright, and that's all of us that changes. Like I said, there wasn't too much that changed, but I think it's like a few really good things. Right now, I'm hearing reports from Japan that S is pretty strong right now. I didn't really think these changes would be enough to make her like that much better, but she was already like rising in the ranks in the Japanese parts anyway. So I guess these few buffs really just helped her out a little bit more, but there's no way to actually know for sure until we get our hands on it ourselves, because sometimes early impressions aren't always accurate. But anyway, moving on now to Mai. So Mai got a lot of different changes too. She got about the same amount of changes as S. We tried to put these characters together so they're both DLC and they got around the same amount of changes. Thought it was fitting. So first, what is it? Alright, so the overhead from her Gatling string here, on counter hit, the behavior is not the same as on normal hit. So she gets a little ground bounce here on normal hit, and on counter hit she gets basically the same thing. I mean, it might be a translation error because it looks the same to me. I'm not sure if it actually changes anything. I'm also not a Mai player, but it literally looks like the exact same property to me. Like nothing about it seems to be changed. So this could be like a translation error. There's no way to know for sure. But a big change is that she can now do 9 AC and it'll still come out instead of this move here. So that's pretty big. So you don't have to be perfectly perfect with your input to get the move you want, basically. So instead of doing 8 AC, you can now do 9 AC. So instead of holding directly up, you can now hold up forward and it'll still come out. So that's pretty nice. So next, her was 5B into 6 AC. Yeah, this is the little stab move. Now has a bigger wall bounce on normal hits. There's actually been a few combos since 2.0 is out now. There's actually been some combos where people have looped this in the corner because the wall bounce is big enough for you to keep a combo going. That's pretty good. And then now fatal counters, as well as right now it's a. I'm sorry, I'll just mash in between. So right now it's just a normal counter, as you can see, but now fatal counters. So that's pretty fun. I'm not really sure how often my players get this hit counter hit, but when you do get it now, I guess you can get some pretty cool stuff off of it. So next, 5CC does not hit opponents behind her. So this little stab move does not hit opponents behind her. I've never seen it happen. I don't think I can even set it up. Oh, I guess that was kind of it. Yeah, I can't even set it up right now, but it won't hit people behind you anymore. So if you ever get hit by this on the backside, that won't happen anymore. So next, 236A has better P1 but worse P2. So basically, as a starter, it does more damage, but in combos it does less damage. Upper hitbox has expanded. I'm sorry, it scales harder. My bad. Not does more damage. The scaling is harder. Sorry, my good friend Sakin's over here correcting me. It also has an upper hitbox. It has expanded, so it's easier to like hit if you're above it. So right now it's basically impossible to hit, even with S's giant button. Also, it pulls in on airborne hits. So if you hit somebody in the air with it, it will. Oh yeah, sorry. Pulls in on an airborne hit with the tip. So if you hit somebody with the tip and they're in the air, it'll pull them closer, which is also really good for combos because I have seen a few combos that are different using that. Also, the damage has decreased on follow hips of the OD version. So if she's in the OD and she does it, the damage is not as high anymore, which is fair because look at all this damage she gets right here. That's a lot of damage. So 236B, basically all of the same changes. The upper hitbox has expanded, has better P1 and worse P2, and the damage has decreased on follow-up OD hits. Same thing for 236C, quarter circle forward C. Better P1, worse P2, and the damage has increased on all follow-up hits in the OD version. So they basically just want it to do less damage. It's just damage nerfs. Since she is really good at hitting you, popping OD, and then just getting a bunch of damage out of nowhere. Like there's been games I played against my players like I'm winning, and I got hit by like one counter hit, and then I just died because they popped OD, and I was like, where'd all this damage come from? Which I actually think mine's pretty good overall right now. So I don't think these changes really hurt her too much. since I think she's like she has really good movement, really good damage. Yeah, like she does really good damage, really good movement. Like I think mine's fine. But moving on, she has 2 more changes. So 214A, the little dive kick move. So for 214A and 214B, basically, and C. So all 3 versions got the same chain. There's P2 applied on both the dive and the shockwave, which means it scales more in combos. But specifically for 214B and 214C, there's less blowback on the dive when hitting an airborne opponent, which I'm assuming you should for like confirm, like for combos, like knockdown enders. It makes it a little bit better. You get more advantage. As my friend Saken tries to show me an example, but he messes it up. Okay, I believe in you. But yeah, so the bounce, as he said, probably leaves you closer off the enhanced version combos. Like, I haven't seen much 2.0 footage of mine yet to confirm this or not, but that makes about sense. And I think that's it for all of mine's changes, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, she's basically the exact same character. They gave her like a few like quality of life changes in her Gatling strings. But overall, she's gonna be the same character. But when she pops overdrive, her damage will be a little bit less, unless there's like combo routes that do equivalent damage I don't know about out there, which is possible. A lot of people hide all of the secret tech. But that's about it. Like I said, I've heard that S is pretty strong in 2.0 right now. Mine is about the same. I don't really think these changes are going to affect her too much. I've even heard Kiba, who's had a chance to touch on the game, say that mine's basically the exact same character. So I don't think it'll affect her at all in the overall game plan of the game. And that's basically it for this episode. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. We're almost done. We only have like 6 more characters to go, so 3 more episodes and we will be finished. So look forward to that. They will be out by the end of the week. And this is once again MastaStef signing off. Later.